Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be looking at the continue statement. We use the continue statement when we want to skip the current iteration in a loop and make the loop go to the next iteration. This might sound complicated, but when we look at examples, it's going to be clear. The syntax, just like the break statement, is very simple. All you have to do is write the word continue, followed by a semicolon. So let's just recreate our previous program using a for loop. So we're going to have let I equals to 1, I less than or equals to 5, and I plus plus. And inside the for loop, we're going to print out the value of I. Now we're going to save our file and we're going to run it. And as expected, we get the numbers from 1 to 5. Now using the continue statement, we can skip one number. So here we can add an if statement. Then we can have if I is equals to 3, then we want to continue. What this does is once I reaches 3, it's going to see the continue statement and it's going to go back to the top of the for loop. Then it's going to get incremented to 5. So since when I is equals to 3, it never sees the console.log statement, the number 3 won't be printed from our loop. So the numbers we expect are 1, 2, 4, and 5. So we can save our file and we can run it. And we get 1, 2, 4, 5. 3 is skipped. That is because we used the continue statement. Now it gets a bit tricky when we use a while loop. So let's see what happens. So first we're going to have our while loop, which is going to check if I is less than or equals to 5, and it's going to console.log I, and it's going to increment I. We should also declare I outside our while loop. So we're going to have let I equals to 1. Now if we save our file and run it, we get the numbers 1 till 5. Now if we were just to use the if statement as we did for the for loop, we run into an issue. So let's just see it. So if we say if I is equals to 3, then we want to continue. What happens here is that when I is equals to 3, then it reaches the continue statement, which takes it back to the top of the while loop. But since the incrementing of the variable I is not inside the declaration of the while loop, we are going to run into an infinite loop. That means every time I is going to be 3, and every time it's going to run into the continue statement. So 1 and 2 is going to get printed, then we're going to run into an infinite loop. So to fix this issue, we need to have another incrementing expression inside the if statement. So after actually it's going to be before the continue statement, we're going to have I plus plus. So in this case, when I is equals to 3, we're going to increment I to 4. Then we're going to go back to the while loop. So now we should get the desired output. So we can save our file and we can run it. And as you can see, we get 1, 2, 4, and 5. So this has been the basics of the continue statement in JavaScript. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to show your support.